Again, nobody cares about your story. I know it's a great story. No. I love your story. Thank God for your story. But the sooner you can say, get them talking about what?
Themselves.
Yep.
Well, it's interesting because all my patients know what I went through because I missed. I couldn't practice for almost a month, and when I did come back, we had to change the schedule because I couldn't go all day. We'd have to see a couple and then a half-hour break, and so they also remember my smock being very tight.
Oh, right.
And so people, I just had they're returning sometimes, and they're going, "Have you lost weight?" I always say released instead of. And so I go, I take my smock that used to be tight out here, and I go like this because they can't tell. And they go, "Oh my gosh." And they start with, "How'd you do that?"
See?
So I wait for that,
Joanne,
and then I just go in and
get
tell
you
them.
set up.
I said, actually, Joanne and I both are on this incredible product.
Okay, guys, easy. So, he invites the easy in. Okay? And they start asking all these questions.
Yeah.
That's a great question. Let me send you a site. Isogenicshealth.net.
And a lot of my patients, for some reason, they're on the table now. Their ankles are a little puffy. We had one just, Sally.
Oh, yeah.
And I've noticed she's gained weight over the last, 6 months or so, and we know women don't like that. And I said, "Well, you're a little puffy in your ankles and stuff." She goes, "Yeah, I'm retaining and I'm blah, blah, blah." And she starts going on to where she's just,
That's a good thing. That's a great thing.
And so then I just touch her, and I said, "You should do what Joanne and I are doing."
Beautiful.
I said, "That would be perfect for you." I said, "Then it's guaranteed. There's no obligation, if it doesn't work, blah, blah, blah." And then she signed her up.
Okay, good. And that's a neat thing is, I've been able to earn this incredible income. Guys, I still can't tell you a whole lot about the products. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. He could tell you everything about the formulations. Go ahead, Paul.
In the beginning, when we first started Isogenics, I thought, I'm going to learn everything about everything.
Right.
I'm going to be so slick. Nobody's going to argue with me. What's up? She legit.
Well, he's an athlete too, and athletes know everything about everything.
Well, I wanted to learn all about it because I was like a product nerd anyway. But after a year and a half of doing Isogenics, what I did was I forced myself to forget all of it. I don't talk about any of it ever because nobody cares. Nobody cares about the chemical components of any of those things. It's just like a very general idea. If you guys have a general idea of what your products do, then you're good. Xtreme is great for stress. The shakes are amazing because it's filled with superfoods. The cleanse pulls out all the toxins. And you're feeling real good.
That's it.
That's it. I don't talk about it.
And one of my favorite thing is with the cleanse, I will literally just say when I'm doing a product training, I will pick up the cleanse bottle and I said, everything you have seen on the Dr. Oz show is in here. That's Cleanse for Life. And right? Yeah, right?
Or my favorite one that I learned from you is if you're an XHP and somebody has a headache, pound the water.
It's the simple things, right? People just want to be comforted knowing that they made the right decision.
Pound the water.
So again, we're inviting the easy in these conversations. Brian, how do you tell your 30-second story? And talk loud, brother. What we're doing now is we're freeing you up here, okay? We want to free you up so that you can it just rolls. And that literally, Lynette and Paul and I do not ever meet anyone without figuring out how to integrate the conversation of Isogenics, because we know we're going to bless their life somehow, some way. And typically, it's the guy in the shoe store who does not want to be in that shoe store, I guarantee you, who's looking for financial help. Go ahead.
Depends on who I'm talking to, depends on what the situation is. So
Okay.
I'll just take one of them. I'm an athlete my whole life. I've been searching for clean foods, meaning no GMO, no soy, no chemicals, no heavy metals. Been searching for my whole life. My best friend Paul, bodybuilder, told me this is a clean product to use, no GMO, no soy. So I started taking it, and now I sleep well, dropped 30 pounds, I can recover from my workouts, and so it's phenomenal and it can help you as well.
And the neat thing he did is he associated that story with his friend Paul. Okay.
You know, the reason I do that is
Yep.
because people look at me, and it's going to shock all of you, but I play basketball, and I know that you already know that because of the way I look. So. Nobody believes me.
This guy is a professional basketball player. This guy is no joke. When he told me his story, tell him your story real quick.
Oh,
30 seconds.
He plays on the Nike Pro-Ams. He can dunk the ball. He's legit.
So I played I had tryouts with the Miami Heat, general manager of the Miami Heat when I was 37. And I played with the NBA guys in the summer leagues, and I'm trying to do that one more time, and I'm 50. So.
Okay, guys, quick.
So they don't
quick,
believe me,
quick.
so that's why I say my bodybuilder friend, because they don't think I'm.
And that's great. I mean, and again, if you don't have a financial story, my partner joined Isogenics 4 years ago. She's now earning. Yep, go ahead. Okay, so pull that one out, and let's do that one. Let's
Try
go.
to eat the proper nutrition to
Right.
work out.
So in Brian's case, before Isogenics, you were looking for something with no soy. You were looking for something that was clean and organic. He was introduced to Isogenics by his bodybuilder friend Paul. He's been using Isogenics for about a year now, and as a result, Brian, you are
Recovers better,
sleep
I
better,
can recover because I'm so old, and I recover easily.
sleep better, recover,
And then I can recover, sleep, and I drop weight.
and you drop weight.
Yep. So now I would add, after the entire 30-second story, so you should do what I do. That's where you put that. That's where you put that.
If anybody wants a bar, help yourself. Yep, right there.
Because,
So, and then really quick, I want to just add, Larry Fuchs, who's a very good friend of ours, he released 200 pounds. Okay? He's so passionate about trying to get it into our heads. Don't be fearful about talking to heavy people.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And if you could look at every person that needs to lose 100 or 50, and Angie will probably tell you this, like a sign on this says, help me. Help me. They're all looking for help. But we're all so afraid to insult them or hurt their feeling. It's just simply what Lynette said I love. If you can go around, do you know someone? Because I am a health and wellness coach. Does that help you a little bit, Angie?
It does. I like
because
that.
she's released 140 pounds and she still struggles how to talk to heavy people. I mean, me, I haven't lost anywhere near that, but I have no problem walking up to somebody today because I got rid of the junk in my head, and I know I'm going to help this person. I don't care if she cries and I insult her because I'm going to save her life, perhaps, right? So I know you're getting like that, Kimberly. You're just your story is so powerful that people that have had more of a powerful product result tend to be a little bit more, you have to do what I'm doing. But for us that are new and we haven't really experienced that, you don't have to have a powerful product result. You just have to kind of, again, start looking at people differently and start knowing you do have the answer. And if you can figure out those easy conversation, right? I remember, my first year, if you were standing behind me at a farmer's market and I turned around, you're getting on and you're getting enrolled with me. I do not let people out of my grasp, and they were like, okay, you're so passionate about this. I'm doing it. And that was the reason for HXP, because I was meeting so many strangers and I needed to coach all these people fast, and they all ended up in the page. But anyway.
Good, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was just because I was literally turning to meeting you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to put you on my page. I'm going to put you, and we're still doing it today, meeting people right there. And I know Lynette she's so fabulous and passionate about her system she's created, which is, are you on Facebook? Can you want to go through that really quick with your cell phone and
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
kind of when we actually meet somebody in the store or we meet somebody at work, or so you don't ever have to say anything to the heavy person. You let the group do it. So let's go through that really quick.
So everybody
That's so
has
powerful.
a smartphone, and it's the most easiest way. This is actually how I pre-qualify. Everybody should get into knowing that this is your business. You're the CEO of your own company. You can choose who you want to work with. Know that. So I'm actually pre-qualifying people to see if they're on Facebook, because it is so much easier to build a business, to coach people when they're on Facebook.
Now, pre-qualifying is different than prejudging, right? Does that make sense? Because prejudging means, well, I'm not going to talk to them because I'm making decisions for them already,
Good point.
that they don't need this or whatever. Pre-qualifying is, I'm going to talk to this person, but I need to find out whether or not they're a good fit for the way that I do business. Okay?
So essentially, when I'm out and about and I'm meeting someone, and I'm able to say, you should do what I do, and they'll ask, well, what do you do? I help people feel better, get fabulously fit, financially free, and then now I'm asking, are you on Facebook?
So we call that the 4 Fs.
It's called the 4 Fs.
Easy, guys. Easy, right?
And I'll repeat it for you, but the reason it works for me is
Does that work for you?
because I'm like a deer with the headlights. I can't remember. I get flumbled with my words, and I can't remember things. So I need something very systematic and very easy and simple that I can remember the 4 Fs on the fly. So if I am at a restaurant and I'm talking to a waitress, and I will compliment them and ask them a question. I'll compliment and then ask a question.
Easy.
How long have you worked here? You're amazing. Oh, I've worked here for about 2 years. Do you enjoy working here? You know, I've got a kid. I don't want to work here anymore. Or this is just kind of part-time. I'm actually in school. Well, God, you should do what I do. You should do what I do. And then she'll ask, well, what do you do? Well, I help people feel better, get fabulously fit, financially free. Are you on Facebook? And she says yes. I literally pull up the Facebook app and hand her my phone. This right here builds rapport and trust. I just hand her my phone. Are you on Facebook? That's exactly what we did with Mindy on at the Gemstone store in Sedona. I just handed her my phone. Are you on Facebook? Yeah. She found herself, and then boom, friend.
Feel better, fabulously fit. What was the other two?
Financially free. Are you on Facebook?
Now, we call it the 4 Fs because it kind of gives people an idea of what we do. But if you can't remember any of the Fs, just say, "Are you on Facebook?" It works.
That's it. That's why.
It still works.
So
Just remember the last one.
2 options there that we shared. We've kind of gone through that, but I kind of like this because to me this is like new school network marketing. We don't have to go into before I used to I was,
Yeah.
and now I am. It's like, oh my gosh. And then she goes through what she does. Are you on Facebook? Boom, done in the group.
Okay, so I don't need to do this. So
We still have to teach you. You need to.
You need to know
Still
then
need to-
that,
Well-
and again, it's different, Paul. I
It
know
can
where you're
flow.
going.
It can flow back and forth. Yeah, I mean, you can integrate this into the 4 Fs technique, or they could be separate. It doesn't matter. But whatever really gets them into the product page is the whole goal.
Different tool, because not every
Correct.
situation
Exactly.
is going to be a 30-second. Not everyone's going to be a 5-minute. It could be a 5-second. You're going to
Exactly.
Bam.
You want enough tools in your toolbox that no matter what you have to do, you have that to go to. So.
So I did 30-second story with Mindy at the Gemstone store because I needed to relate to her. She's a single mom with kids. She's broke. I was there.
Yeah, so she's
I
like.
related to her. So
she's
my
like-
30-second story related to her. I was a single mom. I was broke. And then when Paul and I started our own health and wellness company, our lives changed. Now we're financially free. We can stay home. I get to work with my best friend because I heard her say she had a boyfriend and she loves him. I get to work with my best friend. This is what we do for a living.
That's where the listening comes in, right?
Right? So I made my 30-second story to fit her. So then she was more apt to listen to me, and then I can add her to the page. So
The cool thing is with this, the more you can relate, the better. But I'm not a single mom. I wasn't in the same. Shocker, I know. But
The same what?
I didn't have a lot of relatability things with Mindy. But what I would have done is I would have done the same thing. Talk to her about her. Oh, well, you should do what I do. What do you do?
Well, this is kind of interesting because when we were in the gemstone store, Paul's looking at gemstones, talking with Mindy, right? And I'm just like listening. I'm not even paying attention, really, kind of, not really. I knew he was about to say you should do what I do, but I knew she would relate to me better. So I wiggled my way up to the store.
In fact, I was waiting for her to come to the front of the store and say
And I
it.
rescued him. I did. And then literally,
I'm like,
he
I'll
was
say it.
talking to her.
I'll say it, but I want her to say it.
He was talking to her, and I go, "Well, you should just do what I do." And she went, "What? Wait, what?" So that's something that you and Joshua could do also, and you're out and about, Ashley. So we tag team. We tag team. So, but I usually, if he's talking to a female, then I'll wiggle my way in, so it's a little bit more comfortable.
Well, Kimberly, you're up. It's the stuff.
Okay. 30-second story.
Okay, now, just so you know, I love Kimberly. She's amazing. She's my, look at, sister from another mother. Her and I we're blonde and we can verbal vomit. So,
I will not verbally
we're working on that, and she's come mild. And in the beginning, because we do feel so great, and her story is unbelievable if you really have time to hear it all. You want to tell everybody everything. And like when the doctor was in there and he said in the x-rays and the you know, just, we don't have to do that.
Okay.
Let's hear how you've developed and grown.
Before Isogenics, I was diagnosed with heart failure, had gone through 3 surgeries, gained tons of weight, tons of heart medication, felt awful. After Isogenics, I'm off of all my medication. I'd lost 40 pounds, gained 5 pounds of lean muscle mass, and I can go all day.
Yay! That was perfect, but let's make it compliant.
Oh.
No, but that's the true
That's
story.
good.
The true it is.
Right?
Yes,
That's the
it
true
is.
story, but we can't always talk with somebody and then say, I cannot diagnose, treat, prevent, or claim to cure anything.
Yes.
But before Isogenics, I was,
Yes.
you know, we're
Well,
never
there
going
you
to
go.
say that, so that's why we have to keep it compliant.
So let's see if we can help it out a little bit. So before Isogenics, you said you had congestive heart failure. You had help me out with this one.
So
will.
before Isogenics, I had some serious
Heart issues.
heart issues or health issues.
Serious heart issues. What
You-
else?
I mean, I'm assuming you probably
And
were
that she
feeling
can't talk.
So on tons of meds,
feeling fatigued,
weak.
right?
Yeah,
Weak.
so,
we want to
weak
keep it
over
very
weak.
general like that. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And you really want to be careful when you talk about medications. Okay.
Okay.
We don't really want to say that.
That I got off my medications, I shouldn't say
No,
that.
really, because you know, I mean, as you know, my story, and Andy was on,
Yeah,
and I'd never bring that up ever.
Okay.
You know, before Isogenics, I was seriously feeling, you know, very, very tired. I had no energy. I was feeling, you know,
Weak, lethargic,
weak
whatever.
or lethargic for the most part.
And
I
maybe
had
maybe you just had no hope. For
So
instance.
Overweight.
oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you lost how much?
40
40
pounds.
pounds.
40
Yeah.
pounds. Okay. Awesome. Who were
So-
you introduced to Isogenics by? Jill?
Jill Bauman.
Yeah.
So I was introduced, you could say I was introduced to Isogenics by a gym owner named Jill Bauman, or my best friend, Jill Bauman, a great friend of mine, Jill. You've been using Isogenics for how long?
Going on 6 months, I think.
Okay. Been using Isogenics for 6 months now, and as a result, sometimes you want to combine, you want to relate these 3 down here to the 3 up here.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been on Isogenics for 6 months, and as a result, I no longer have health issues. I've got my health and vitality back.
Okay.
I'm no longer weak. I feel fantastic. My energy is skyrocketed, and now I have so much more hope, or I've lost 40 pounds, whatever it is. So whatever your ailments are up here, you want to make them positive down
Connect
here.
them down
Connect them.
Does that help, Kimberly?
Yeah.
Because I know that your story is amazing. It's such a powerful one, and most people already kind of know,
Yeah.
you know, what you journeyed through. And again, we have to be so careful that in talking about that Isogenics doesn't treat, prevent, and cure. So when we start talking about some of these other areas, it kind of implies that, oh, well, you've been cured or you were treated, and all we are is just food.
Right.
And we know that if we can get this food in the body will do is the miracle it was intended to be. So it will start running like a fine-tuned Ferrari if we can get the right nutrition in the body. So we kind of come from that perspective is, oh my gosh, I started fueling my body with incredible nutrition, sourced from some of the purest parts of the planet. Okay, so you're driving it back to that I'm just putting superfood nutrition in my body, and my body is now responding, and my body is now doing amazing things and performing like it should be. Does that help?
This
Okay.
30-second story can be told when you're out and about talking to someone, a friend, a family member, or you can actually do a great video and use it in XHP. You can do a
For
30-second
your
story.
prospects.
It's for your prospects.
Mhm.
Can you say, like, it gave me my life back?
Yes, absolutely. That's compliant.
Good to know. I can say that about Andy.
Ashley,
Huh? What? Oh.
you're ready.
Ready, baby?
We're gonna help you.
Okay. We're gonna help you. Hi, Ashley.
I have speaking issues. I hate speaking in front of people.
I know,
so
me
I'm
too. In the beginning, it was horrible.
Okay. 30 seconds.
So,
Before.
Before I was on isogenics, I worked part time. I had no time with my family, and I was depressed.
Okay, you could say I was sad. Right. Good. Awesome.
And I was introduced by Mariah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and I've been using isogenics for a month. And as a result, I am happy with my family and growing.
Love it. Let's give her a round of applause. That was so great. You did beautiful. Yeah, and that's how you start, right? By just kind of standing up, and right there was very empowering. Okay, guys. I mean, this is how we have to start somewhere. At the top we had today, everyone starts here, just like that. Okay, and good job. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
That story can literally build you an empire. Seriously.
Paige, you got your 30-second story down yet, girl?
I do.
Paige is a yummy, amazing. Love to hear her talk for hours. But we, do you want to go back to Ashley first and just do any critiquing on that? I think she did nailed it.
Yeah, I think you nailed the depressed. You can say that you're okay. So let's just go over real quick. Before isogenics, I think you said you're a single mom who was working part time. You had no time to be with your daughter and your family, and you were just saddened by the fact that you couldn't spend the time with them. I was introduced to isogenics by a great friend, Mariah, and I've been using isogenics now for 30 days, for about a month, and as a result, you are
Happier?
happier. You have more time to spend with your family. You have a better outlook on life. You're just, what was the last one you had said?
She's hopeful and excited.
She's hopeful.
Yep.
Perfect.
Paige, baby, in the background. Now, Paige has amazing background in nutrition, and again, I could listen to her talk forever about nutrition and health and wellness, but it's been...
Which is half the problem.
That's not the problem. It is because it's like an athlete, we know everything. So, Paige, 30-second story.
So my 30-second story is this. I was introduced to the product by Johnny Oltrogi, and she came to me and she said, Paige, I know you squeak, you won't do anything to your body, which is not good. So look at this product, what I'm taking, tell me it's great, and be on our team, just use it. And I said, okay, well, I pick plants from the ground, and I kill my own cow, and I do all these things that I saw were the best. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna start taking these shakes, and I did. And this might go longer than 30 seconds, but just to educate
I'm telling you, we got to get nailed down.
So I started taking it, and I used it for probably 6 months, and I thought, gosh, this is so much easier for me to get this nutritional wellness into my body in a way that is quick and easy. But more importantly, I always have people coming to me and saying, what do you do? How do you do it? And instead of me going like, well, you have to do this and this and this over here and that, and order this and do this, I could go, here's this. Here's this. So it's a delivery, a simple delivery method of wellness and nutrition for friends, family, and people I don't know. So,
Good job, Paige. Oh, nice. Paige, you've come a long way. That story. All right, let's critique
and
it.
I don't share it often, right? But I
Okay.
should.
No, it's
And that-
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and we like to say that those that talk the most make the most. Okay, and you don't say it enough. We say it 100 times a day, our story.
Right.
I wait all day long for that window to open, because the window will open very, very fast, and then it closes. Okay, if I meet somebody in the grocery store and they hear me on the phone and they look at me, that's my window, and it's going to close really, really fast.
Seriously,
you
just
have to
need
be
that
looking at, and you want to be telling that story. If you're not telling it, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I make $1 million a year because I tell that story as often as I can. It's opportunity. I'm focused on not the obligation, but the
Opportunity.
thank you. Okay, let's critique her.
So if she wanted to even further condense this and simplify it, Paige should just say, before isogenics, maybe I was looking for something that was convenient, something that was highly superfood nutritious, and something as close to earth as possible. I was introduced to Isogenics by a great friend of mine, Johnny. I've been using Isogenics for now 6 months, and as a result, I found it. I found the creme de la creme. It is, from the earth. It's superfood nutrition,
and so easy.
And it's so easy.
Okay, now don't take this personal. I counted. You said I 28 times.
Oh.
Look how many times she has it on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. So, thank you. It was beautiful. But my point is that you have to get this conversation so fast off of I and on you. Okay, I know you. I know you. I know you have been struggling with. I know you have been talking to me about. I know you.
Right.
Okay, so again, she has it on there 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
And I think, Jill, I think because I don't have a physical transformation story that goes along with it, it's just a continuation of my wellness in a more condensed and efficient manner. It is hard to connect with people who go like, well, you don't know what it's like to feel like this. You often get that.
Yeah.
So that's just a challenge.
Right. That's okay. It's a good challenge. We can.
But I think people can relate to you in that, just like you were piecing it all together and you figured it out, The difference is that you just figured it out. Most people are piecing it together and they never figure it out and they get it wrong and then they try to do it again and again and again. But that's relatable. People understand. Now you can condense it down to this is all a happy system that is easy, a no-brainer.
The thing that I've been trying to figure out is that, because I was nervous talking to the overweight people, and so I don't talk about that. I always talk about, searching for the clean food. Everybody's searching for clean food.
True.
No artificial ingredients. Everybody's on that, cleansing. So I talk about those things, and they just, oh yes, I'm always looking for that. So I'm not talking, hey, you need this because you're overweight.
I see what you're saying.
I talk about.
You're kind of like inviting them in.
It's hard for me because I'm a guy
Inviting them
talking
in.
to a woman that needs to lose 80 pounds. So that's the thing that I connect with is the type of search that I've been on. And they say, yes, I've been on that search too, and nothing works. I can't find it. I'm like, great, this is what we've been looking
Right, and you got to remember, Paige, you come with massive credibility. You do not want to be, if you're finding yourself in the convincing business, stop. We do not want to be convincing anyone. I don't have time for that. As Paige knows, I just like, hey, I don't have time. We're not going there. Just get here Sunday. I mean, we don't have time to convince people. We just move too fast that we know it works. So, and people are looking and they're desperate for an answer. So if you're finding that you're talking way too long, you're convincing them. Okay?
Yeah, the only time I ever convinced anyone of anything is convinced her to keep me around, and that was difficult.
We'll keep you, baby.
But that was hard to do, right? I wasn't that good at it. So I didn't want to do that again. So if this is the convincing business, I'm out.
And I got to tell you guys, you can't even imagine 18 months ago now?
Yeah, I think so. About 18.
And Brian, you want to talk about for a second what you've witnessed in the last 18 months of this beautiful couple and their development story. And I mean, this just journey, we always say your income is a reflection of your person. This is just a personal development journey. That's all it is. And what I love so much is how much we've all grown, and especially watching these two. It's been a total miracle. We agreed today that what we are witnessing is a miracle here. And that up there on the board reflects absolutely my personal growth. That's it. That's all that it has been about. So share for just a minute or less or two what you have, this miracle that you've witnessed in the last 18 months.
I've known Paul since he was probably 17 or 18 years old. And you guys see him up there, he's this polished speaker, and he's so intelligent in communication and information and building a business, a hugely successful business. You see all that. Well, I saw him when he was a kid. And the thing with Paul is that he didn't have any self-confidence in anything about himself, except for the weight room. And I was always pouring into him, going, man, you're amazing, you're phenomenal. You're incredible. My kids love you. They call him Uncle Paul, and even though he's not my brother. And I've been doing that for 17, 18 years with him. And he got in, and then I met Lynette too, before the business, and she didn't have self-confidence. She wasn't a teacher. She wasn't pouring out into people. She didn't know who she was. She didn't know what she didn't feel that she had anything to offer anybody. And so as they've gone through this journey, I mean, I remember the pictures they sent from the San Diego function, their first 4 or 5 months in the business. I'm like, oh, God bless those two little guys. You know? hopefully this will work for them. And the growth that I've seen in them, to have them stand up here, every time I hear them talking, I'm blown out of
blown
the
away,
water.
right?
And I've known him forever. This is what I saw in him when he was a kid. And it's just an amazing transformation.
This journey will pull out the gems in you, because we all have it in us, right? We all have it. We just don't have that. We go through life in this lie that we're just supposed to go to work every day.
The point that he talks about, he didn't want to talk to people. Oh no, that's flat out true. He's not, he's not lying. Him and I that's one of our connections. It's like, because we hate people. We don't want to talk to them.
It took all 8 months to say hello to me.
Yeah,
He's scared to death to talk to me.
I had to set it up right.
But I gotta tell you guys, when I first met him, it really was. It's been an amazing 360-degree, turnaround and growth. But the piece, I think, what happened is when you really get this one thing, and they'll tell you there was one thing, where all of a sudden they were like, oh my gosh, it was gratitude. It was the gratitude piece that opened up the door to all of this to happen in their life. The finances changed. People started flocking to them. They started the confidence came. The relationships started to blossom.
Absolutely.
Every aspect of their life started to just blossom like beyond belief. It was an explosion when they got that piece. And it was like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. And it was literally not for just that I met you, it was for every single thing that was going on in their life. Like everything. That all of a sudden they had lights on. They were on their knees. And this is the part that Brian and I talk about, is the miracles that happen every single day. And you guys are such a beautiful miracle.
Yeah, I got something coming out of the email a couple days ago, and they don't know this. I was trying to remember this and talk about this. One of my friends from high school, so forever, 30-some years ago, was in Isogenics a while back in another group, and her lady who enrolled her hasn't spoken to her in 7 years, hasn't checked on her, hasn't said anything to her. Sent her an email this past week, and my friend forwarded it to me. And this lady's like, how are you? How's things going? I want to tell you about Paul and Lynette. They're in some other group. Do their periscopes, they're teaching, they're on the cutting edge, they're phenomenal, they're amazing, their group is exploding.
I'm getting the same stuff from all over the world.
It was amazing that these other people are talking about my best friend like this.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
How awesome they are.
So
they don't even know that that's
and here's our hope, that this is all, it's not if, it's going to happen to each and every one of you in this room, because it is a Sunday on a beautiful day in Arizona, and you're here. Yes. Do you not think that that was an accident, or that there's no coincidence that you're all here? Paige, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. And again, their story is beautiful, and it just keeps me. Every morning I get more, it's like, what drives me? This. What drives me every day. And I'm sure that's why you're still coming on Sundays, because of this beautiful miracle that we get to witness. And Bruce and Joanne, same thing we love watching. I got a message from Lynette yesterday. She's so grateful that you guys have come into her life. She just is, look at her, she wants to cry.
I did. As soon as I left you guys, I was like, thank you. I said, I love Joanne and Bruce. I feel like you guys are just soul, sister and brother. I've known you all of my life. It feels like that.
It's weird.
It really is, isn't it? But I love that. I love the synchronicity. I love the friendships. I love the connections that we make in this company. They're so genuine. And yesterday I had a really crappy day. After we had the launch party, I had my brother slam me.
Always.
Negative. And I was like, delete. Bless and release. Seriously, because there's nothing you can do at this point, because they're just not at my level anymore. They're not vibrating at my level. They don't think like I do anymore. And I've got a beautiful new family that think like I do, that are so positive. I don't need that in my life right now. So just bless and release. And some of you may have that issue also with your own family. Just set them aside for right now. Love them from afar.
Amen.
So nothing you can do.
We've done a good job at that.
Well, mean, I don't know what else you guys want to talk about. We can talk about stuff all day.
Please do.
But
Yeah, no, but go ahead, Paul.
oh, well, I was just gonna say, you know, what we're trying to do here. How many know what week we're on in the 90-day game plan?
6, 5.
Okay, we should know. Is my point. We should know. We're on the end of week 5. Tomorrow is week 6. The reason we should know is because this is our business, and we should treat it like a business. And if we treat it like a hobby, we'll get hobby results. And we know how much hobbies pay. Nothing. In fact, they cost money. But if we don't treat this like a business, then we'll be doing the same thing we've always done, getting the same thing we've always got, except for we'll meet some great friends. And if that's what it's about, then that's cool. But today, we're here so that we can get you results, right? I don't want you to leave here today and then come back next week and not have a bigger business or some more profound impact on your financial future with this vehicle. When I walked in here today, my goal was for you guys to get something out of it so that when you go out in the trenches, because we're going to be in the trenches with you for the next week, when you're in the trenches, that you're going to brush off all the crap that's going to fall on your shoulders, that you're going to organize your time like a business owner, that you're going to treat this like something that will earn you 7 figures over the next few years, and then come back on Sunday and say, you know what, I did something that worked, and I've not only changed other people's lives, but it increased my life in the process, right? So tomorrow starts the beginning of week 6 in our 90-day game plan, and we're coming up close to the halfway point, right? For the 90-day game plan, which is a 12-week process. So that means that, you know, we need to reevaluate, or we need to find out where we're at so far. What did we do the first 6 weeks? You know, how far did we come? Because we can talk about 30-second story. We talk about going from associate to executive. We could talk about what that all means, but we got to do stuff. You know, we got to take action.
Let's talk about that too.
So, you know, this is something that we want to kind of pull together today so that next Sunday, all your businesses are bigger.
And something else I want to add, it came to my mind, so I want